Hello and welcome to episode number 24.
I think. 24.
Yeah, episode 24. Oh gosh, now I have to check.
Of the Selection Saturday College Football Podcast. I'm your co-host, Oscar.
And I'm your co-host, Nick.
And we're figuring out what episode we're
going to figure out what episode we're on right now. Yeah, it's episode 24.
Okay.
My goodness. Always go with your gut, y'all. Today's going to be like hopefully as rapid fire as we can get because we're on a time crunch this week. So, it's our first real power conference. Oh, Oscar, would you like to tell us your Pac-12 champion before we get too far?
Oh, yeah, my Pac-12 champion is going to be Fresno State. Don't ask me why I did that because I already forgot why, but that was last week's thing.
Yeah, that was last week's thing. Oscar picked Fresno State. I picked Boise State, and then Josh, I forgot what he did. He probably picked some bum team.
He probably picked Utah State. He didn't, but
P. Diddy State or something, yeah. Yeah, it's Big 12 day, and then we'll go ahead and do note card. We'll do golf at the end here. So, without further ado, let's talk about a little bit of Arizona football.
I would love to talk about Arizona football.
See, this is Noah Fafita's year, right? Mm-hmm. This is his last year, I think.
Yeah.
He had an incredibly underrated campaign last year under third-year head coach Brett Brennan.
Yes, he did a really good season last year.
Yeah.
So.
Backups behind him, yeesh. They're just banking on Noah Fafita not getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, I think he can avoid injuries.
I think he can hold on to it, honestly.
But the running back room is a lot of injury issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were both limited throughout the spring, which sucks.
Yeah. No more Ismail Mahdi. He's gone. Might end up making this offense incredibly one-dimensional because that running back attack is probably not going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Wide receiver one's going to be Trey Spivey due to everyone else of note just leaving. So it's a pretty unproven group.
Yeah, it's not the best.
And then you got to hope that the portal additions for the O-line are good enough to protect Fafita. They grabbed Nathan Hale. They grabbed Zachary Henning. I think they'll be good enough.
Yeah, it's a decent offense. They did bag two kind of like I looked at it and they looked like decent transfers from West Virginia and Rodney Gallagher and then DJ Jordan from USC, which obviously Big 10 to Big 12, it's like Power 4.
Yeah, you always appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm sure it'll be just a one-dimensional offense, honestly. I did put down Zach Henning. He came from Washington. It looked like they were moving him to center because they had lost everyone but their right side, basically, of the line. And then they brought in an Illinois transfer for their tight end in Cole Rusk. So,
Cole Rusk.
Yeah, it's just a fun name, Cole Rusk.
Defense. On the line, they retain Mr. Redline, Trey Smith, but the depth around him is pretty meh, in my opinion. All Big 12 third team honoree Tay Brown returns a linebacker, but the guys around him are pretty young. And then, speaking of the all Big 12 third team, Javion Cole returns in the secondary, but then, some of you heard me say this before, I don't like the stuff around him. Drayden Stukes and Genesis Smith, both gone. They're going to be hard to replace.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned Trey Smith. I put him down and everything. Trey Smith, Leroy Palu as well. He's coming up. They're both coming off good season, but Trey Smith got rotator cuff surgery during the offseason. So he's coming back from that.
Yeah.
You mentioned Tay Brown, Chase Kennedy. He had a good season. He obviously wasn't Big 12 whatever team. But, I mean, they both had good seasons. It's just, I don't like the secondary as much because it has decent pieces, but they lost a lot of key guys.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. So, I guess it's time to move on unless you have something else to say about this team.
I don't really have much to say about the Arizona Wildcats other than that they're wild.
They are pretty wild, and I have them going a wildly disappointing 4-8, 1-8 in the Big 12.
Oh shit, I'm in the Pac-12. That's Big 12. There we go.
With wins against Northern Arizona, Northern Illinois, Wazoo, so they start off 3-1, then don't get another win till Week 8 against Iowa State at home, and then go on a 5-game losing streak to end the year.
Can you repeat your record for me, please?
4-8, 1-8 in the Big 12.
Well, I have Arizona going 5-7, 2-7 in the Big 12. They beat Northern Arizona in case everybody's wondering. Because I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
They actually win 3 non-conference games.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because their non-conference schedule is
pretty
easy.
Yeah.
Then they beat Cincinnati, and then they beat Iowa State, and that basically wraps it up for their wins.
So I guess we will move on to the state version of them, which that is Arizona State.
This is true.
Is there more Dilly magic in store in his 4th year as head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils?
You sure hope so.
There's no more Levitt. Instead, he's stuck with Cutter Boley as his quarterback one.
He did all right at Kentucky.
I'm a known Cutter Boley hater, so
Okay, well,
I'm not a huge fan of Cutter Boley. I'm more of a fan of Mikey Keene, former UCF guy, former Fresno State guy, former Michigan State guy, or not regular Michigan Wolverines. He's been everywhere. Somehow still playing college ball. I don't even know how he has eligibility. He'll back him up.
His last season.
This has got to be his last season.
Yeah.
His last 2 seasons, he's been wasting away as a backup at a Power 4 program. I have no idea what he's doing. Bully's just a bad decision maker, so I'm not expecting another
12 interceptions last year.
Yeah, I'm not expecting another Levitt style progression. I don't even know if he played the entire season.
I don't think he did because he only got. I looked at his stats. He had
the week 1 start.
He didn't even have 2,200 passing yards on the season.
Yeah,
so
it's just
something tells me he probably didn't start.
No,
the entire season.
No. Running back room. There's no Scadaboo here. I can guarantee you that. I can't really identify one true bell cow running back to look out for because, I mean, it is a pretty deep running back room, but plenty of snaps from plenty of guys is going to be the goal there. Don't forget, Colts legend Hines Ward coaches this wide receiver room. They bring in Omari Miller from Colorado. Beast. Boston College transfer Reed Harris, physically imposing, 6'5", 217 pounds.
Ooh, that's a man right there.
Yeah, I don't know if Cutter Boley can get it to those guys, but I mean that's a cool wide receiver room.
I'm gonna say the offensive line is just completely different as well.
Yeah, it's pretty questionable, I'd say.
Yeah, repeat what you said about Cutter Boley, I guess, because I mean I keep looking at his stats and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
I did because I love to just assume. From Assumption University. I went with Kyson Brown being the possible running back one, but I didn't know that they have really good depth in that room, so they don't really have much to worry about.
It'll be interesting to see who emerges, if anyone.
And then they brought in, obviously, Amarian Miller. They brought in, they have Jalen Moss and Jaron Hamilton. They brought in Raiden Vines Bright, who I think is name of the week.
Raiden Vines Bright, for now.
Yeah, for now, from Washington. So, I mean... I put him down for a reason. I'm sure he had some stats, but with college football depth updating, I couldn't see them. And then their tight end seems to be Kamari Anderson. He was on the team last year. That's all I can tell you.
All right. Defense. Former 5-star Clayton Smith leads the defensive front, possibly looking to play both sides of the ball, actually.
Really?
Yeah. We'll see if that ends up going how he wants to, but spoiler, it doesn't usually.
It doesn't usually pan out. Just ask Travis Hunter.
Yeah. He's actually probably one of the more successful.
NFL Travis Hunter. Ask NFL Travis Hunter.
Yeah. There is some other pieces on this line, but there's also a lot of questions. Colorado State's Owen Long, huge addition to a good linebacker room. 13 All-American last year. And then secondary, going through an overhaul, brings in a patchwork unit, but they are P4 guys. So maybe they'd end up transitioning well.
Yeah, I was going to say, on the front, at least they bring back CJ Fight. Heck of a name. You got the name team right here.
You got the name team.
They brought in a Michigan State transfer in Jalen Thompson and a Baylor transfer in Amarian Wilson to try and kind of patch any hole that's left on that line. I repeat what you said about Owen Long. Huge pickup for them, for the linebacker room. They do have Boogie Wilson in the secondary. That's really all I'll say. They did bring in Lyric Rawls. I don't remember I didn't put where he transferred in from, but he had a 68 tackle season. And then Josiah McGrew from FIU with a 58 tackle season last year, along with his other statistical stats. So overall, not the worst defense, but it's just like a middle of the pack team.
Couldn't agree with you more. I have Arizona State going 6-6, 4-5 in the Big 12.
That is middle of the pack right there.
With losses to A&M, Kansas, Texas Tech, Kansas State, BYU, and UCF.
All right, well, I have the Sun Devils going 8-4, 6-3 in conference play.
Okay.
So a bit better than middle of the pack, I guess. But they lose to A&M. They go on a heck of a win streak. They lose to Texas Tech, Kansas State, BYU, and I believe that is it.
Wunderbar.
Oh,
Let's talk about Baylor.
I would love to never talk about Baylor after today.
I agree. I feel so bad for DJ Lagway. I'm gonna be honest. He's like a good prospect, but he's gone to Florida, and then right around to what will likely be Dave Aranda's last year at Baylor.
It's like that song, I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah, I've been everywhere, man, except it's like, I've been to Flint, Michigan, and figure hell. Yeah, so like, yeah, it's like...
It's very sad.
Yeah, so he gets out of Billy Napier hell at Florida.
Well, Billy Napier left anyway.
Billy Napier is also gone. If you followed him to JMU, that would be so funny.
That would have been hilarious.
But now he's in an air raid offense with receivers such as, all of his top 4 receivers graduated.
Yeah. They lost their top 3 wideouts at Baylor.
Yeah.
Actually, so.
Running back room has potential, but all of them have concerning injury history, and none of them really have bell cow experience sitting behind Bryson Washington for all their careers. Receivers kind of had experience. I mean, they're old.
I mean, yeah. They got Lewis Brown IV, who I guess isn't... He's a character they got in an Oklahoma State transfer, Gavin Freeman, Colorado, and Draylon Miller. But, I mean, I think it's just guys that didn't get a lot of playing time where they were trying to get something out of nothing.
At Baylor, yeah.
So.
O-line, losing most of its starters, but they bring in Yakiri Walker from Memphis. But he's still, I think, in a battle to get in an extra year of college ball. Let me check on that.
Are you being serious?
Yakiri.
Well, we are on the topic of DJ Lagway because we're on the offense still. The tight end is going to be DJ Lagway's old teammate, Tony Livingston from Florida, in case you were wondering.
Okay, never mind, you'll be a part of the coaching staff?
Are you kidding me?
Was denied.
No
So
way.
you're just joining the coaching staff.
That is hilarious.
That is so sad. Okay, so it just gets even worse.
If you didn't think it could get worse for Baylor, here it is.
Okay. Are we done with the offense?
We are done with the offense.
Okay, the defensive line, it was absolutely putrid last year. They do bring in a lot there, though. Hosea Wheeler is a national champ. Marshall pass rusher Jamal Weiss Jr., also a great prospect. So they bring in some pieces. Starting linebackers are proven, but there's not a whole lot behind them for depth. And then the new defensive coordinator, Joe Klanderman, was brought in to address the secondary, but I guess he's still kind of working on that. Bless you. Goodness.
Dang.
Colby McAllister seems to be the leader of this group, and he hasn't seen in-game action since 2024 due to injury.
I was going to say, D-line is just transfers galore from everywhere.
Yeah.
You got Cameron Washington from Texas, obviously Hosea Wheeler from Indiana, and the Jordan Mack from Coastal Carolina. So just about everywhere but the West Coast.
Yep.
That I wrote down at least. If you're wondering, yes, they brought in a transfer for the linebacker within Kylan Reed from Southern Miss.
Ooh, man.
And then Garrick Ponder they have Garrick Ponder, but they have another transfer from the Sun Belt, Kedrick Walker from Georgia State, who they could kind of move around. Then that secondary is kind of just like 2 guys, and then the rest of the guys didn't really have... They either transferred in or don't have like a whole lot of experience, or both, so it's iffy.
All right.
Baylor,
dude. Baylor, I'm so sorry. 3-9, 1-8 in the Big 12, with wins against Prairie View A&M, Louisiana Tech, and Iowa State.
Now hold the phone. We may actually be in agreement here, because I have Baylor going 3-9 and 1-8 in the Big 12, with wins against Prairie View A&M, Louisiana Tech, and Iowa State.
Dude.
We agreed on everything.
We agreed. This is like the first time ever since like you and Josh on Notre Dame. I think you both had them going 11-1.
Yeah, no, I re-listened to that one.
All
we
right.
both had Notre Dame 11-1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Baylor's just not a promising team at all.
I'm glad that we both agree, and now that they're going to win the Big 12.
Please don't let that happen.
Speaking of winning the Big 12, here's a real good contender to do so. BYU. Speaking of BYU, we were just talking about them. Great season for BYU last year. They do lose defensive coordinator Jay Hill for Michigan, so we will see something new out of that group, but we'll talk about that later. Yep. Offense time. Bear Bachmeier, absolute stud. Touchdown to interception ratio could be a little bit better, but he's got incredible rushing upside. Top tier quarterback. We all love him. Everyone loves Bear. LJ Martin, absolute workhorse last year and succeeded greatly. Now he's got a.
Oh, I just said, oh yeah.
Okay.
But on the topic, he did have a shoulder surgery.
Yes, he did.
So it limited him throughout the spring. I'm sure hopefully he'll be fine by the fall.
If he doesn't, he's got a good backup now in Sione Moa. Hopefully fully healthy. He can just take some of the load off his shoulders. Do we want to mention the elephant in the wide receiver room?
I would love to mention
that happened over the off season.
I would love to mention the elephant that happened in the wide receiver room. Now go ahead.
What was it? Parker Kingston was his name?
I think so. Yeah, it was Parker Kingston.
So he's gone.
he's done at BYU.
He's pretty much done. I don't think Tulane's signing him like they did for their quarterback.
Probably not. No.
He's now Seahawks quarterback. Freaking. Oh, gosh.
Quarterback.
Jake Retzloff. Yeah. He had premarital sex. I think that Parker Kingston.
This is like deep in the off season as well.
It's missed it. Wow.
Oh, well, that's not.
Well, he's still gone, I think.
Well, yeah, he's still gone. He's not playing college football.
Anyways, wide receiver room doesn't look very good without him. This is going to be a very run-heavy team. Tight ends in Walker Lyons and Roger Saliapaga II will do well as Bachmeier's safety valves. The offensive line looks really good, I think. So, I think BYU might lead all offenses in rushing yards this year. I mean, they've got, like, a top-tier rushing attack. Everyone can run the ball.
I agree with actually everything you said about that offense. I mean, Bear Bachmeier, dog. LJ Martin, obviously, he's really good. I would not be surprised to see a run-heavy offense, given the fact that wide receiver room is a bunch of toothpicks and glue. And then obviously Walker Lyons, he came off a pretty decent season last year for BYU. He's coming back. And then the offensive line, they're returning 4 of the 5 starters. So, I mean, you really only have one hole to fix on that line. So, I mean, probably going to be one of the better offenses, in my opinion.
Yeah. Losing Tyler Batty on the edge does suck, but the interior does look pretty strong. They grabbed one of the best linebacker transfers in the nation in Cal's Cade Uluave. Pairing him with returners Isaiah Glasker and Siale Esera is a huge plus.
Oh, yeah.
They do lose Tanner Wall in the secondary, but they retain leading tackler Falitau Satuala and another contributor in Raider Damuni in the safeties room. I love these Samoan names.
What a name. Yeah, I didn't write a whole lot about the defense because it was right after College Football Death had updated, so I was just learning it.
Oh, okay.
They did bring out Keanu Tanuvasa and Bodie Schoonover. And then Evan Johnson came back to the secondary along with
Therian Alexander.
Falatu Satuala and Therian Alexander, the third in case you were wondering.
Yes.
That name I can pronounce.
Therian Alexander.
Let's talk Cougs.
Yeah, no, I really like this team. I think they're going to make a charge for the CFP. I think they go 10-2, 7-2 in the Big 12, but come up just short. Their only losses to TCU and Kansas.
Well, I have the BYU Cougars going 11-1.
Ooh.
8-1 in conference play. Let me find their one and only loss with a loss to Kansas.
All right.
So that is it.
We're pretty snug as a bug in a rug right now.
Snug as a bug in a rug. Probably not on this one.
No, I don't know.
We'll see when we get there.
Cincinnati. quietly good season. Last year they started off and then immediately folded under pressure. Fourth-year head coach Scott Satterfield. Can he right the ship this year without his blue chip quarterback Brendan Sorsby, who will not even be playing college football this year?
Yeah, that's a story.
So, first of all, before I even looked at the quarterback, I'm like, looking at this O-line. I'm like, oh, this is a great situation. Very experienced. Contains multiple returning starters. J.C. French. What? Georgia Southern? Georgia, my J.C. French? He's just an average Sunbelt quarterback. I mean, like...
Yeah, average at best.
Yeah, I'm like, is that the best you could get?
Don't forget about Samaj Jones.
I'm forgetting.
They did bring in a Notre Dame transfer, though, in the running back room, in Jabron Payne. So,
and he was sitting behind two elite running backs.
Sitting behind, like, Sonic and Knuckles in college, basically.
Yeah. Though that was the only... I like the O-line, I like the quarterbacks, and then I just did not write anything about the wide receivers or running backs. So
the wide receivers, they brought in Oklahoma transfer J.V. Gibson, Cade Wolford from Kent State, and a South Dakota transfer who stood out, according to my notes, in Lorenzo Fenner. I think he had over 1,000 receiving yards or something like that.
All right.
And then their tight end will, in fact, be Gavin Grover.
Gavin Grover. All right. Defense undergoes a new era with new defensive coordinator from Army, Nate Woody. Army's got a track record of having blitz-heavy, aggressive defenses. Interesting scheme change for Cincinnati. They do lose my man Dante Corleone. I feel like he never got a chance to shine. Jake Golday also gone. Their replacements, unproven, but seemingly deep with guys who can contribute in some way, shape, or form. I'd say the most interesting unit of the defense would probably be the DBs. Grab some great prospects from the MAC and the Sun Belt. They're rebuilding via mid-majors, which is...
That's interesting.
For a Power 4 school, but I don't hate it too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, their D-line, I put in my notes, is a ragtag group of transfers from all over.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a bit of unproven talent, but, I mean, I feel like if they can prove themselves, it pans out. But, I mean, that's a big if. They bring back Jonathan Thompson in the linebacker room, had a decent season last year. And it looks like they're teaming up with a North Carolina Central outside linebacker by the name of Thomas Johnson. An FCS player right there. And then their secondary is just transfers from literally all over the place. You got West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, everywhere. So
they're in the heart of America, Cincinnati, Ohio. No, I'm not really sold. I'm going 3-9, 2-7 in the Big 12. With wins against Western Carolina, Arizona, and Iowa State.
All right, well,
only one home win.
We're actually really close today so far.
Yeah,
I have the Bearcats going 4-8, 1-8 in conference play.
Oh,
they win their first three, believe it or not. They beat Boston College, Western Carolina, and Miami, Ohio.
Oh right, I had Miami of Ohio beating them.
And then they go on the losing streak of their lives for 6 games, and then they beat Iowa State, and then they drop the last 2.
Oh man, I know we both have the same opinion on Iowa State now, because that's the second time they've been like their only win for a team.
Yeah, this can't be good for Iowa State.
This can't be good for Iowa State. All right, well, we'll get to them in a couple, but for now, let's talk about the clown show that Deion Sanders is running.
Hey,
Coach Prime.
It's okay, because they have done something of note, I guess, maybe.
Like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, last year's team was laughable, and I laughed a lot. Coach Prime brings in new coordinators on both sides of the ball. Adios, Pat Shermer. Nice knowing you. In comes Brennan Marion, who, I mean, he's got to be better than Shermer.
Pat Shermer's not that good.
He sounds exactly like what Coach Prime wants with the Aura Go-Go offense. New defensive coordinator Chris Marv was promoted from the linebackers coach. Quarterback room consists of Juju Lewis, who used VR to prep this year for this year's new system, and Zach Wilson's brother Isaac.
Yeah, it's gonna be Julian Lewis.
Yeah, it's gonna be Julian, but if he does go down,
I guess
it's gonna be Zach Wilson's brother.
I guess you can use Zach Wilson's brother.
Last year's run game was non-existent, so either Richard Young from Bama, or Damian Henderson II will have to step up. I do like the wide receiver room.
It's not bad. I actually really like it.
DeAndre Moore from Texas. Danny Scudero carried San Jose State. Too bad the Go-Go heavily relies on a quick run game and only uses the pass game as a way to go for a big play every once in a while.
Well, I mean, that might work out for Danny.
It could work out for Danny, for Big Dan, or Big DeAndre. And then Brennan Marion said that this offensive line is better than his line at Texas in 2022.
Are we serious?
Sure.
That's like bulletin board material right there.
Yeah, I'm like, that would be making headlines. I feel like I would have known this. So I don't know. Maybe that's probably just the epitome of coach speak.
Yeah.
But do you have anything on this offense?
Well, actually, I disagree with whoever you said would be. I think DeKalen Taylor.
DeKalen Taylor.
Yes, could be in line to start for running back, and could obviously be challenged by the Bama transfer Richard Young.
Mm-hmm.
The wide, obviously, you talked about Danny Scudero. Dog. They brought in a Miami, Ohio player who barely missed out on 1,000 receiving yards in Cam Perry. He had 976.
Yes.
So he was knocking on the door, basically.
How did I skip over Cam Perry?
So
I guess
have two basically 1,000-yard receivers come in.
Yeah.
And then, in case you're wondering, because I guess everyone is, Zach Atkins will be their tight end, hopefully, because I wrote that down.
All right. Should we talk about Gideon ESPN Lampron?
I would love to talk about Gideon ESPN Lampron.
He's here, man.
Yeah.
All right. Last year's run defense was abysmal. I don't think they bring in enough pieces to prevent that from happening on the line. I think it's going to be another pretty terrible run defense.
Yeah. It's okay, though. They have Gideon ESPN Lampron.
They do have Gideon ESPN Lampron. They also have a Texas starter in Leona Lafau and New Mexico State anchor Tyler Martinez. So it might be a pretty good linebacker room.
Yeah, but you've got
Gideon ESPN Lampron.
If you have Gideon ESPN Lampron, you're
fine. The secondary was very rough, and they last year, and they bring in some dudes named Cree and Boo from Notre Dame in Tennessee.
What are these names that we come across?
Yeah, what are you naming your kid Cree?
Bro, they wanted Creed, but they forgot to write the D.
Yeah. It's like Megan, Megatron, Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't write a whole lot good about this defense unless it was about Gideon ESPN Lampron.
Yeah.
But they brought in a transfer from Tulane and Santana Hopper.
Oh, yeah.
For the D-line, he didn't do too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Given the fact that I'm sure he's a down lineman, so he's just, like, up in the trenches the whole time. He's not running across the edge.
Yeah.
Obviously, they bring in the Gideon ESPN Lampron from Bowling Green. He had 119 tackles last year.
No, yeah, he's talented.
So, and then obviously, Leona Lefu, Texas starter. That secondary, though, is very patchwork. It is very they did bring in a lot of P4 guys, though, because 3 out of the 4 main transfers that they brought in were P4.
Yeah, Cree and Boo are from Notre Dame and Tennessee.
So it's probably not the worst, but it's also probably not the best.
Yeah. Rado, I have him going 4-8.
Wow.
3-6 in the Big 12. With wins against Weber State, Baylor, Oklahoma State, and Cincinnati.
All right, well, I have your Buffs going 6-6, 4-5, so as close to 500 as you can possibly be, basically.
Yeah, which is 500.
I guess I'll do losses because you did wins. They lose to Georgia Tech. They lose to Texas Tech. They lose to Utah. They lose to Kansas State. They lose to Arizona State and Houston. And that is it for the Buffs.
All right.
Houston Cougars.
I can't wait to talk about the Houston Cougars.
I'm actually very excited to talk about Houston.
10-3 last year. I must have blocked that out of my mind. I was not tapped into Houston football last year. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was not a Connor Weigman fan, but he had a really good season last year.
Oh yeah.
I might be on the Connor Weigman train this year. I'm just saying that now.
Hopping on the bandwagon.
I might be hopping on the Connor Weigman train this year. I'm willing to give him a chance.
I would hope.
Because of this offense. Look at this running back, Mekhi Hughes. Tulane man, back at the forefront of the running back room. He transferred to Oregon last year. And was the RB4.
Yeah, Oregon.
And I don't know what happened. He was the best running back in that room, I swear. And he just
fell down the depth chart
because of Jordan Whittington or whatever.
He's back starting. That's amazing for him.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a big Mekhi Hughes fan. They also return running backs to be his change of pace in DJ Butler and Rashawn Sanford. And then they retain Amari Thomas in the wide receiver room, bringing in a great receiver from Oregon State and Trent Walker. And then they do lose Tanner Koisel to the draft, but UTSA transfer Patrick Overmeyer, great replacement. Offensive line mostly leaves, but does have multiple replacements that were all conference in their G6 tenures. So, honestly, looking sneaky good.
Well, I'm going to sound like a broken record here because you basically said everything I had written down. Obviously, Mekhi Hughes, really good, fell down the depth chart at Oregon. Their receiver room, they bring back Amari Thomas and Kobe Young, both guys who were there last year. Kobe Young didn't do a whole lot, probably will this year. Amari Thomas almost had 1,000 receiving yards. They bring in Trent Walker, 826 yards,
at a
69
very
catches,
dysfunctional Oregon State.
At a very interesting Oregon State team. And then obviously Patrick Overmeyer from UTSA looked like he had a solid season last year there.
Yeah.
So nothing, in my opinion, that's bad really about this offense.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
They bring in tons of defensive linemen alongside returners Khalil Wafau and Brandon Mack. Notables include Ashton Porter from Oregon and a super senior from Yale in Ejiro Egodogbare.
What a name.
Linebacker room, also full of talent, headlined by returners Sione Fotu and Carmichael Glass. And the corners, very top-heavy with star transfers to Stephen F. Austin's Jalen Mayo and returner Will James. Everyone behind them is pretty unproven. Safeties are looking good. I think this is a pretty complete team. If I'm going to be honest, this is one of my favorite teams in college football.
I'll say their D-line, they keep Latravion McCutcheon coming off the edge, so they keep their edge rusher. He didn't do too bad. Obviously, Ashton Porter from Oregon and Khalil Lafu is what I'll say. Laufau. They're both coming off of big seasons last year. They bring in Jaden Yates and Miller Malone, Ole Miss and Western Kentucky for the linebacker room as well. So they'll have the depth pieces. And then I really like these safeties. And then obviously there is Jalen Mayo from Stephen F. Austin. So, yeah, all around, it's a very well-rounded team, to say the least.
So this year, I predicted 3 teams would go 12-0. And Houston is one of those teams, running the Big 12. 12-0, 9-0 in the Big 12. Losses against no one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say losses against when they don't have losses. I cannot reciprocate the 12-0. They have a really good record though. They're 10-2, 7-2 in conference play.
Okay.
But their conference losses aren't bad teams. They lose to Texas Tech. And they lose to Utah.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's not like they're losing to like Oregon State or Georgia Southern.
That would be tragic. I think that the Georgia Southern game might be sneaky good.
That one may be sneaky, but I feel like they'll find a way to win it.
Because Georgia Southern gets them at home. I don't know what that's all about, but
who benefits from that?
Oh my gosh, Max Johnson revenge game.
Here's the team we're so excited to talk about, by the way.
Oh, guys, it's all gone. Iowa State, it's all gone. Matt Campbell took everything and booked it for State College. They grab a great replacement, though, in South Dakota State and Wazoo's Jimmy Rogers at head coach. And then he brings in 2 new coordinators for offense and defense. Once I saw the quarterback, I felt the pain in my chest, you know.
Yeah, I saw a quarterback.
I'm like, no, not here. Could have gone anywhere else.
He just went to like the last place he should have
went
gone.
P4 in the worst way possible. Jalen Rayner from Arkansas State has made the jump to P4 bowl. And then I saw the running back, and I'm like, oh no, not you too. Cameron Petaway of Bowling Green, wonderful running back, has also made the jump to Iowa State. And then I see their wide receiver one, I'm like, oh no, you too. Tulane transfer Omari Hayes, also. Three guys I love, and then it's just
they go to the wrong place.
And then like everything around, I'm like, this is not good. They keep Kyle Conrarty as their kicker. He's pretty money. And then really the only other room I want to talk about on this entire team is the safeties, because Drew Surges returns. His projected start behind him, Braden Alls suffered a season-ending injury. So
that's great. So that defense is like butter.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you basically said everything I could have about the offense. It's just it's G6
It's three dudes.
It's G6 guys who just went to like the last place they should have gone to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand why they did, but respectfully, there were signs.
Yeah.
There were glaring signs.
I saw the sign.
I saw that. They bring Zamir Hawk back for the D-line. They bring in a South Dakota State transfer in Bryson Lamb. And
Probably
a Washington State transfer who had 92 tackles last year in Max Ball. I was really trying to find something good to talk about.
Well, we appreciate it, but maybe there just wasn't anything.
There
good
just
to talk
wasn't a
about.
whole lot of good in this team.
They do win some games. 2-10. 0-9 in the Big 12.
I think
Beating SEMO and Bowling Green.
You're gonna love this. Because they go 2-10. Obviously, obviously, they don't win a single Big 12 game.
Yeah.
They beat Southern Missouri State, or Southeast Missouri, and Bowling Green. Another
Wonderful.
exact prediction.
Baylor and Iowa State. Wait, was it Baylor?
It was, in fact, Baylor and Iowa State.
Readable like a book.
Either that or we're way off.
Or they are going to meet each other in the championship game. Yeah,
That would
really
be atrociously bad.
I mean, ever since Arizona State did that, like, 2-3 years ago with the big scat and Levitt.
Well, that's different, because clearly Scadaboo's NFL talent, and clearly Sam Levitt's not all that bad.
Well, we didn't know that because Levitt was, I think, a true freshman, and then Scadaboo...
He was literally carrying the team.
Yeah, Scadaboo was literally carrying.
He almost beat Texas.
Scadaboo, yeah, he literally nearly beat Texas. But Levitt was getting so much hype about that at the time. I'm like, y'all, are you watching the game? This is the scat show, and now he's actually pretty good. So
we'll get to Levitt in a couple of weeks.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk in 2 weeks. If we won't talk to him, we'll talk of him. That would be awesome.
That would be amazing
Sam
if we
Levitt.
got to talk to him.
Yeah. Kansas. Year 6 of the Lance Leopold era has one goal: be bowl eligible again. Back-to-back 5-7 seasons under Jalen Daniels. Was it him? Was it the system? Both of them are out. So if it was both,
if it was both, then that's perfect for them because you don't have to worry about it either.
Andy Kotelnicki is calling offensive plays under Leopold once again. He led the Kansas offenses of oldish a few years ago. I think it's a good move. Go back to what works. Losing Jalen Daniels is kind of a blessing and a curse. You know, he was a good player, but he just never really found it out.
Yeah.
Now they have to find an actually above-average quarterback in their room, which, honestly, could happen. We have a rare quarterback battle in the Power 4 that I don't think has been settled quite yet. It consists of redshirt junior Cole Ballard, who's been an assistant for years now, and redshirt sophomore Isaiah Marshall, who seemed to have the fans vote. And then Rice transfer Chase Jenkins is certainly there, too.
Yeah, no, he's not.
I don't know why he's here. Why is he P4? Come on, he didn't even... He's a running back. Transfer running back class, speaking of, honestly incredible. Dylan Edwards from Kansas State, and I think that was Colorado before that.
It was Colorado before that.
That was where he really stood out. No one was talking about him because it was the Shitter Sanders to
everything show.
That Jalen Dupree from Colorado State, and then Yasin Willis from Syracuse. 3 absolute studs. It's like my second favorite running back room in college football.
Oh.
We'll talk about my favorite, I think, in 2 weeks. Also with the SEC. I believe that's where they are. Wide receiver room, also pretty great. They returned Cam Pickett, tied the team lead for catches last year. They grabbed Middle Tennessee State's Najee Cox, actually pretty good. And Buffalo's Nick McMillan, also pretty good, even though they're both on pretty trash teams.
Yeah.
They're kind of just, Lamborghinis parked in the...
parked in that one house.
Yeah. Offensive line does lose some pieces. I think they did a pretty good job at patching it up. They got a 6'7", 335-pound offensive guard from Texas and Connor Stroh.
Jeez.
That's a monster.
Yeah, that is a... My goodness.
Anything you want to say about the offense of the Kansas Jayhawks?
Well, I made my own prediction to who will be quarterback. I think it'll be Cole Ballard, just because he's been in the system just a bit longer. But, I mean, quarterback battle in P4, it's really fun to see. Dylan Edwards, Jalen Dupree, absolute studs at their respective schools prior. However, they will both have the chance to basically complement each other at Kansas. And then nothing bad to say about this wide receiver room. Cam Pickett, coming back, Nick McMillan from Buffalo, and then Najee Cox from Middle Tennessee State. Really, it's a solid, well-rounded wide receiver room, honestly. It's a lot of G6 talent, I think.
I think they did a lot better than what Cincinnati did.
Yeah,
this is good.
Yeah,
this is good talent.
This is good talent from the G6.
Yeah, not just like guys.
Yeah,
just some dudes.
That's really all I have about the offense, at least.
Defense, I don't have a whole lot. I think Leopold and the gang really did load up on the line. Linebacker core has played valuable snaps, something you don't really see often.
So I think hold on to Trey Lathan from last year, Lathan, however you want to pronounce that. And
then secondary was worked on, but has to step up after costing the Jayhawks way too many games last year. We will see. I think that secondary is what separates Kansas from barely bowl eligible to really making a charge for this, a surge for this Big 12 championship game.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the secondary is like it's not good, but it isn't bad. It's just kind of it's one you don't know what you're gonna get week by week. You're really gonna have to just hope it's not like an air raid team, because I feel like you get enough balls over the top on them, and it just won't work out.
I think that Kansas is another team that I really, really ended up liking the more I looked at them and the way their schedule panned out. So I do have them going 11-1, 8-1 in the Big 12, with their only loss being to TCU on the road.
Wow.
I mean, you look at the schedule, I guess like they do play BYU, but other than that, I'm not loving...
You're not McDonald's?
I'm not loving it other than, Kansas State and BYU are really their toughest tests.
I mean, I don't have them going 11-1 in case you were wondering. I'm going 8-4.
Ooh, okay.
So they go bowl eligible. They go bowling. 5-4 in conference play. They lose to Arizona State, Utah, TCU, and UCF.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you think that's nice.
You know who I think is pretty also nice?
Is this the Avery Johnson we've been waiting to talk about?
I mean, I don't think Okay, I'll talk about Avery Johnson. Kansas State, y'all. Chris Kleeman has suddenly retired, and former K-State quarterback Colin Klein will take the reins in his first ever head coaching job. Avery Johnson, back at quarterback. I mean, who knows at this point? His accuracy sucks. His decision-making sucks. He's had multiple head-scratching plays over his college career. Yeah. Still a decent quarterback. My man Shoeless Joe Jackson returns at running back, alongside Rodney Fields from OK State and a depth piece at Oregon in Jay Harris. Receiving room loses its biggest piece in Jace Brown, but does retain its second and third most used weapons in wide receiver Jerron Tibbs and tight end Garrett Oakley. And the transfers come in from a good program, so Avery Johnson's going to have some weapons. And O-line needs some serious help. They grab guys from the G6 ranks, but Kansas State just always kind of finds a way to have an O-line.
Yeah, so Avery Johnson obviously didn't have too bad of a season last year. He only threw 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
That is nothing to laugh about.
No.
Unless you like laughing about low interception.
Yeah, unless you love laughing about a dude who's just safe with the ball.
Yeah, obviously they bring back the Shoeless Joe Jackson. Great season last year. I don't see why he can't just do what he did last year, but better.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Yeah, they bring back Jerron Tibbs. They bring in a Texas A&M transfer in Isaiah Williams. Didn't do a lot at A&M, but maybe he'll do more in a lower-ish conference, I guess. And then they bring in a Missouri transfer by the name of Josh Manning. Not related to Peyton Manning or Arch Manning or Archie Manning or Eli Manning, in case you were wondering.
All right. The best position on Kansas State defense is the edge, with Big 12 Defensive Freshman of the Year last year, Wendell Gregory, leading charge, alongside Kennesaw State transfer Elijah Hill and Coastal transfer Jaden Bryant. Unfortunately, defensive tackle does not look good at all. So, they'll be able to get some pass rush, but defensive tackle, who knows? Linebacker. They lose Austin Romaine and Desmond Purnell. That's pretty bad, but they do refill well with Asanusen and, who's coming back from injury, and standout Louisiana Tech man, Makai Mason. And then losing VJ Payne in that secondary really does suck. And, there's no real proven leader back there, so who knows about that secondary? It's probably going to be similar to Kansas.
I'll say this defense is the least I wrote about, just because I kind of I literally just wrote, it looks solid, but some offenses, just depending on the team, could slip them up. Like, badly is the thing.
And that's why I have them having 3 losses in that Big 12 conference play. But overall, those are their only losses. 9-3 for Kansas State, with losses to Houston, Kansas. That'll be a fun game, I think. Kansas versus Kansas State. They're both looking pretty good this year. And TCU.
Dude, we are on a roll
For
today. Real? Kansas 9-3, 6-3 in the Big 12.
Got to be different losses, though. Surely.
Well, they're all conference losses.
Yeah.
I feel a sneeze coming along. They lose to Houston. Do they lose to Kansas? And they lose to TCU.
Dude, we are so locked in now.
Oh my goodness. This is either really good or really bad. And
this is incredible.
This is insane.
After what happened with the Sun Belt, this is like insane.
Funny, I was listening back to the Sun Belt podcast yesterday and I realized how much we disagreed.
Yeah, we were pissed.
Maybe it was just the G6 that was the problem.
No, because it was like Conference USA and then like 4 conferences of doom and despair, and then we've been on a roll kind of. Oh, so because we had a good American, right? Yeah. I picked Temple really good, and then like everything else was pretty good.
So other than that,
yeah, we had like 3 really bad conferences.
Yeah, because we did not agree on the Pac-12, even though I wasn't there.
Yeah, we didn't agree on Pac-12. We didn't agree on MAC. We didn't agree on Mountain West. I don't think
we didn't agree on
Sun Belt. And then we didn't agree on the pack. We're smoking on that pack.
Well,
Speaking of smoking on packs.
Let's go to North Texas. Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Over 80 newcomers joined the Cowboys this year. Eric Morris is here to take over for Mike Gundy. He brought the team with him.
He literally packed up and left.
Welcome to the Power 4 North Texas. I'm interested. I'm not excited to see Drew Mestemaker in the P4. I'm interested.
It'll be very interesting to see this team in general in the P4.
Absolutely no way in hell can they expect to have that successful of an offense.
There is no way in any situation possible they're going to have the same success that they had in North Texas last year.
Yeah. Here's the problem. There's 2 teams like this in Power 4 this year. Oklahoma State and Auburn. Auburn has players left over, kind of, that are SEC caliber. Oklahoma State has absolutely no one.
They have nobody to show for it.
So it'll be a much more seamless transition for Auburn and South Florida's guys than it will be for North Texas and Oklahoma State's guys. That's my prediction. Caleb Hawkins, though, and Io Day, monstrous two-headed monster at running back. Wyatt Young already has chemistry with Mestemaker. Looks like that wide receiver room is built for speed rather than size. Not sure how well that will bode in the Big 12.
It is a big conference.
Pretty big conference. 16 teams. Goodness. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
O-line. Looking pretty barren. There's a lot of turnover that happened this past season, of course. Everyone from Oklahoma State leaving, dipping, because the team sucks, and then making way for Eric Morris's North Texas squad.
Yeah, I was going to say, not a lot to say about the offense other than it's a North Texas offense.
It is North Texas, yeah.
Their tight end did come back, though, from Oklahoma State with Donovan Green, so they kept one guy.
Yeah. He's like, who are you people?
Like, who is everyone?
Yeah.
Will Smith in the empty house.
Will Smith in the house, but it's not his family. 10 new defensive linemen enter the ranks. And it's anyone's guess as to who will start.
Wow.
I'm not sure I like it, honestly. I'm going to be honest. That will likely affect the linebackers behind them. Although UNT's leading tackler a year ago in Ethan Oslowski is here. And the secondary just straight up looked bad in spring practice. So, wonderful. It's the Oklahoma State Mean Green, y'all.
Yeah, D-line, everyone left and just the floodgates had opened for transfers. They bring in Jerry Lawson from Louisville, Kevion Huddleston from North Texas, and then Sadiq Clemens from North Texas. Obviously, Ethan Waslowski, dog.
Oh.
They bring in Isaiah Chisholm from UCLA. He actually had a pretty good season. 84 tackles, 2 forced fumbles. I regret writing this about the secondary, but I was also dead tired. I said it looks solid, but it does not look solid.
It does not look solid.
It's like Oobleck.
Oklahoma State, I have going 3-9. 1-8 in the Big 12, which I think that's better than last year. I think they might have gotten 2-10. They got wins over Tulsa, Murray State, and Iowa State.
We may be onto something here.
Wait, for real?
Oklahoma State goes 3-9 and 1-8 in conference.
Are you on my profile right now, or is this real?
This is me.
This is you. This is you, Oscar Cifuentes.
They do lose to or they beat Tulsa. They beat Maury State for their conference win.
It has to be Iowa State, right?
They beat Iowa State.
Oh my gosh. We are on fire right now.
I think we just had to get to the P4.
We just had to get to the P4.
We had to.
Watch the ACC just be the most pressed we ever get.
Yeah, screw it. Let's have...
I do not think we're agreeing on this one. I think we'll get close, though.
Who's it? TCU?
TCU. TCU?
TCU.
I'm gonna be honest. When I first looked at this team, I wasn't stoked, but it kind of grew on me, kind of like Kansas.
Really?
Great year under fifth-year head coach Sonny Dykes last year. We're seeing some interesting offensive changes with Josh Hoover and Eric McAllister out. He'll turn this team. Kendall Briles, the new offensive coordinator. Sorry, the old offensive coordinator, headed to South Carolina. Now UConn man Gordon Samus is taking over the offense. He'll turn this team from an air raid into a pro style.
Ooh.
So, at quarterback, obviously Josh Hoover headed to Cignetti's group in Bloomington. His replacement is Harvard grads transfer Jaden Craig.
This is true. He's very smart.
He's a very smart guy, but I can't really think of anybody in recent memory who's had a very moderate success at making this jump from FCS to B4, other than Shadur Sanders and like Max Brosmer.
Yeah.
Who obviously
with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Minnesota Vikings. Very wonderful quarterback, we know. But I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm willing to give Jaden Craig a chance. We know how good that Harvard quarterback lineage is, of course, with Fitzpatrick being a Harvard grad.
Yeah.
And he's a good quarterback. He just gets moved around a lot.
He got moved around a ton. He was the journeyman of journeymans.
Yeah. And then Josh Johnson kind of stole his chain, but Fitzpatrick was twice the man that Josh Johnson will ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. New pro-style offense will heavily benefit a sleeper Doak candidate in running back Jeremy Payne.
Really?
I watched, I think it was the Alamo Bowl against USC, right before New Year's Day last year. He was so good in that game. He looked like NFL ready. Wow. Jeremy Payne is going into this season as one of my favorite running backs in college football. So they also get Colorado School of Mines to transfer Landon Walker for short yardage situations. Tight ends heavily utilized in the pro style offense, so look out for Kamorian Pimpton, often of an injury. And wide receiver Jordan Dwyer, one of the best returning wide receivers in the Big 12, but around him,
not a whole lot.
It's good enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, as long as Hoover to McAllister, all he really needed was one receiver. So maybe it's just,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess.
Maybe it's just Jaden Craig to Jordan Dwyer is the move, and it's pro style, so maybe they just run the ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I actually disagree with tight end because I think it's gonna be Lafayette Kaiuwe. Kaiuwe. Yeah,
that's an interesting name.
They bring in Jaden Craig. Obviously, we talked about him. Jeremy Payne, talked about him. Ed Small, Jordan Dwyer, returning guys. Ed Small didn't do a whole lot. Didn't even crack 200 yards. However, he may find more production in the offense given the fact that players have left.
Yes.
And they bring in a South Alabama transfer, Jeremy Scott. Didn't see a whole lot at South Alabama. May be that rotational kind of situational player here at TCU.
Offensive line, one of the most intriguing groups on the team. I think they have enough depth to make this a good O-line.
I would hope.
Pretty much the entire D-line returns. That's huge.
That is very huge.
They're a step away from a top-tier unit in college football, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. But, unfortunately, linebacker core. Concern. Caleb Alarmzor, gone. Obi Azor, gone. Only guy that's really left is Max Carroll.
Yeah.
So that's probably like my only issue with this team because it's secondary. Unfortunately, Bud Clark, of course, now a Seattle Seahawk. But Jamel Johnson was a Thorpe Award semifinalist. There's a lot of hype around pieces in this room like Gil Jackson, Vernon Glover Jr., and Kylan Jackson. So I expect another elite year from this secondary.
I love the D-line. I love the secondary. It's just that linebacker room that's like the only kind of problem, I'd say, with like heavy quotation marks. It's not bad. Mm-hmm. It's just everything else around them looks really good.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the top defenses in the conference, at least, this season.
I think TCU games are going to be so ugly to watch, like Fresno State games last year. It's like, it's not going to be good wins, but they're going to win.
They're gonna find a way to win.
They're going to find wins. I think we see a little bit of belt against North Carolina to start the season. But they're just it's going to be like, wow, TCU, sneaky team. You take a look. They're 11-0 heading into the final game of the season against Texas Tech, which they do lose, which vaults them. No, I think I do have them in my championship game.
Really?
TCU 11-1 in the championship game.
Well, I have TCU going 9-3, 7-2 in conference play.
It's fair.
They do lose to North Carolina to start the season. I think it's just one of those hiccup games that they have, because every team has them. Then they lose to BYU, which is a respectable loss, and then they lose to Texas Tech.
All right.
I think you can see where I'm going with those two teams, though.
Yes. Would you like to talk about Texas Tech?
I would love to talk about Texas Tech. Not about Brendan Sorsby, though.
Big 12 champion of money. The big.
It's a way to say it.
Well, I mean, they have that oil money.
Yeah.
So they're always like they were the Big 12 champions. Mm-hmm. They were the Big 12 champions because they had money.
Yeah.
They got embarrassed in the college football playoff last year. Can they return to the dance this year? We are 95% sure that Brendan Sorsby will not be playing college ball this year. Update, he is playing. Wow. Update, he is not playing. Back to square one.
Yeah, it was a very... If any of you kept up with the note card, I'm sure you knew the Brandon Sorsby saga.
That also shows how long ago I made these Texas Tech notes. Because we were two flips prior to his flip to not playing. So...
very up and down, and I'm sure it made this very easy for you.
Yeah. Will Hammond will be the quarterback this year. He showed flashes last year backing up Baron Morton. He's the next man up, but he is recovering from an ACL tear. So that could derail his career, especially with how much he relies on his dual threat ability. And if he isn't 100%, next man up would likely be Tulsa transfer Kirk Francis. So, I like Hammond. I really don't want to... I really hope the ACL tear doesn't kill him.
I really hope not.
But running back one, Cameron Dickey, he does return. That's huge. He's got some good backups, and they return some good weapons, including former 5-star Micah Hudson, slot receiver Coy Eakin, and that offensive line stays very intact. Honestly, offense will probably take a step down, but it still shouldn't be terrible.
I honestly think this is the best offense in the conference.
Really?
And I think Will Hammond will be kind of a game manager because they have a three-headed monster, in my opinion, at running back. This is, for now, the best running back room that I've written about. It's my favorite running back room in college football that I've written about.
Wow.
Which doesn't say a whole lot because
this is our first
B4, but I'm sure we'll get to me saying that 5 more times.
Yes. How every defensive back this year is going to be the most paid defensive back in NFL history.
You're going to love the note card. Obviously, they keep Coy Eakin and Micah Hudson looking to step up. They bring in Kenny Johnson, who had a decent season for Pitt last year. They bring back Terrence Carter for tight end, who's coming off a second straight 600-plus yard season.
That's really good.
Which is really good for a tight end. Yeah. So, it's my favorite offense in the conference, at least.
Okay. Defense last year was Texas Tech's calling card, but they lose David Bailey, Lee Hunter, and Romello Height to the draft, and Jacob Rodriguez for those who care about him. I don't know what the hype was. We've been over this.
He was a guy with a mustache.
He was, and he was the Army guy or whatever, right? Whereas,
yeah.
So. They bring in high quality guys though to replace him. Trey White, Adam Trick, guys to look out for on the line. Bring in Kansas State's Austin Romaine. We just talked about how big of a loss he was to Kansas State. He's here at Texas Tech. Corey Platt, linebacker. He's also here. He's great. Chemistry will take time to grow, but it'll be another formidable unit. Texas Tech, another one of those great teams.
Yeah, as I say, D-line, they bring back A.J. Holmes, had a good year. They bring in an Akron transfer by the name of Julian Leventure. What a name. He had the same kind of production as A.J. Holmes did last year, but he had that production at Akron. Maybe he'll do something out of it, hopefully. Obviously, Austin Romaine, stud.
Yes.
Sucks that Kansas State lost him. Amazing for Texas Tech. And then they keep Ben Roberts. He had 90 tackles and 2 forced fumbles, and he wasn't talked about at all.
Yeah.
Because of Jacob Rodriguez.
Because of Jacob Rodriguez, yeah.
And then this secondary just looks all around like cherry on top, in my opinion. So...
yeah, no, it's Texas Tech. They're going to throw money at the wall and see what sticks and go 11-1 again. 8-1 in the Big 12. If you couldn't tell, there's a lot of teams in the Big 12 I really, really like. Mm-hmm. Their only loss is to Houston.
Wow. Well, I have Texas Tech going 12-0.
All right.
Sweeping the conference, so no losses there.
Wait, who are your losses against?
Oh, wait, no one.
Okay.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we can talk about your favorite team, I guess. Since we did mine a couple
My FBS team of choice, UCF, unfortunately no longer my favorite college football team. That will go to the tied for third in the preseason poll for the Patriot League in their first season, William & Mary. There's only like 5 guys on the all-conference first team.
You're like an honorary UCF guy, though. So.
I am an honorary UCF guy. So this will be my FBS team. Past few years, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's been an absolute joke. Okay, UCF's been the joke of, not the joke, but a joke of college ball. Ever since the JRP days, locker room has just not been able to keep it together. They're calling us the UAB of Power 4 football. That's me. I just said that. That's just a direct quote from me. Luckily, quarterback it's not Cam Fancher. It's not Taven Jackson. It's not freaking Jakari Brown. It's not KJ Jefferson. It's Alonzo Barnett. Stud, best quarterback since Plumlee. Don't at me. Or KJ Jefferson if you just take out the UCF tenure, because he was great at Arkansas and then goes to UCF and he's wow.
I just don't like Alonzo Barnett.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's not your problem anymore, so. Miles Montgomery, lead running back, headed to Foxborough, so we do bring in Louisville transfer Duke Watson to be the lead back. Wide receiver room leaves much to be desired. Leader of the group is Dwayne Thomas Jr., who had 528 receiving yards last year, but 0 touchdowns.
My goodness.
Everyone else behind him has something to prove. And at least, Dylan Wade returns at tight end. That's pretty awesome, but honestly, I'm not loving the wide receiver room, and the offensive line is definitely rebuilding.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, offense, I'm not wonderfully excited about. It's just the running back and the quarterback. I just really, hopefully Alonzo Barnett is able to do more with less because he was at JMU, but, JMU also had some pretty good weapons.
I guess I can talk about how Alonzo Barnett's actually a good quarterback. He got Sunbelt Offensive Player of the Year, so I'll give him his flowers, I guess.
Yeah.
Duke Watson, obviously, big guy out of Louisville, didn't do a whole lot there, looking to step up, but,
he was really good in CFB 2026 when I was playing with my Louisville.
Which shows
franchise.
signs, I guess.
Yes.
Dwayne Thomas from Charlotte, decent season. Obviously, you said no touchdowns.
Yes.
You could bring in Jonathan Bibbs from ULM. Almost had 500 yards.
Yeah. I'm like...
and then obviously Dylan Wade. Yeah, Dylan Wade from Toledo, tight end. But this offensive line's rebuilding, so...
Yeah. Defensive line loses Malachi Lawrence and Nigel Kelly on that defensive line. I already said that twice. Okay, sorry. Group now. Just looking for experience in Isaiah Nixon, who I'm pretty high on, and All-MAC third-team honoree Bruno Dell. Depth is pretty concerning in that area. Over the spring, the group that seemed to be working the most is the linebackers. Lewis Carter, Phil Picciotti, and Jaden Jennings return, alongside transfers Tackett Curtis and Jaleel Colbreth. I think it's a pretty good linebacker room. And then Alex Grinch's pass defense, bright spot last season. But Philip Dunham is gone. But the rest of the notables in the secondary return, so I'm hoping for more of the same.
I'll say this defense all around looks solid-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good players around. Obviously, you named a whole lot. Lewis Carter. Jaden Bellamy also helps out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jaleel Colbreth, ODU transfer. I know him, so I'm happy about that.
Yep. Make sure to include him.
But I just don't think the pass rush is going to be I think the pass rush is what holds them back, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I maybe it's a little bit of favoritism, but I do have UCF going 8-4 this year, 5-4 in the Big 12, with their only losses to TCU, Houston, BYU, and Kansas. I feel like everyone else they play is pretty, average or bad. So I think they got pretty lucky scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they play Pitt and Georgia State in their non-conference. So, and Bethune-Cookman on a Thursday.
Funny enough, I do actually have them going 7-5, 4-5 in conference play. So I mean, it's just a one game pendulum basically.
Okay.
They lose to TCU, in case you guys were wondering. Houston, BYU, Arizona State, and Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So they don't lose to a whole lot of bad teams, basically. It's not like they're losing to like Bethune-Cookman.
Iowa State, yeah. If they lose to Bethune-Cookman, I am like dissociating.
Just implode the team.
Yeah. You seem to be really high on Utah.
I am really high on Utah because they have a lot of mountains there, probably. I know they have a lake at least.
Kyle Whittingham. It's a pretty great salt lake. You should really go sometime. Has left the team for Michigan due to a variety of strange circumstances and will be replaced by longtime defensive coordinator Morgan Scalley. Coordinators changed too, with Utah State man Kevin McGibbon getting the upgrade to offensive coordinator at a P4 school, and Colton Swan getting promoted from linebackers coach. Devin Dampier and Bird Ficklin both return at quarterback. Bird Ficklin's a better backup than like a lot of quarterbacks.
He's like the Malik Willis of college football.
Yeah, it's like if you got Bird on your quarterback room,
that ball's gonna fly away.
Yeah. Dampier, bona fide stud. Can't teach that. Wayshawn Parker, Daniel Bray, both very competent running backs.
Oh yeah.
With San Jose State man Steve Chavez Soto coming in, specializing in those short yardage situations. Big area of concern last year is how slow the passing game was. Hunter Andrews, good safety valve for Dampier, but the wide receiver room truly lacks a wide receiver one, in my opinion.
Yeah, obviously Devin Dampier, not bad, not like top tier, but he's not bad by any means.
I feel like Devin Dampier is actually a very top tier quarterback. Hold on, I recently made my quarterback ranking.
Well, actually, I did say he had a good all around season last year, so
yeah.
I take that back.
Devin Dampier is.
You can just do Control F and
number 6 in my preseason quarterback rankings.
Wow.
Yes, I really like him.
I mean, I'm sure I'm just I didn't write down because I go off of stats a lot, and I did not write any of those down, so that could be on me. Wayshawn Parker though from Washington State, yeah, Wazoo, the Wazoo guy almost had 1,000 yards last year. They bring back Creed Whitmore. He didn't have too much of a season last year.
You take me higher.
He's looking to step up. They bring in Larry Simmons from Southern Miss, who also kind of had a lackluster season, but is looking to, surprise people, hopefully. And then they bring in a Weber State transfer by the name of Noah Benet for tight end, who actually didn't do too bad. I think he had like 700 yards or something at
That's
Weber
really
State.
good production for a tight end.
Yeah.
Despite it being Weber State.
Uh-huh.
Offensive line loses everybody. I mean, just whole house gone.
Whole house gone.
They'll start a lot of unproven pieces. I mean, because they had like 3 guys get drafted on that O-line.
Yeah, they had a lot of that O-line just leave.
Interior defensive line brings in plenty of size, but the edges only retain 5.5 sacks from last year. Don't bring in a ton. So I'm a little bit skeptical on that. There's a reason they promoted the linebackers coach to defensive coordinator. It's because that group is pretty reliable day in, day out, year in, year out. So don't worry about the Utah linebacker culture. And then secondary has dudes named Rabbit and Scooby. So whole animal farm in this joint. Safeties, which include Rabbit Evans, are projected to be the strong part of the defense, while the corners, led by Scooby Evans, had to panic buy in the portal due to a mass exodus. Is it seriously both Evans, right? I feel like I wrote that down wrong.
Well, my take on the defense overall, I find it as one of the very good defenses as well in this conference. I was telling you this earlier and yesterday as well. This conference is very defensive loaded, and I love it for all the wrong reasons. Because I'm sure if you see a game that's 7-3, you would never put it on, but I would love to watch that game. Obviously, they bring back Mike. God, these names. Mike Tauteale, that name, and Lucas Samsula, that I can pronounce. They bring back those guys in the defensive front. They have Jonathan Hall and Cyrus Hall in the linebacker room, both standout guys. The secondary I put in quotes as the weakness, but I mean, it's not really even a weakness on this team. It's just not the better out of the 3.
Scooby Davis, y'all. Not Scooby Evans. That was just a mistype. I'm like,
but they do have a decent amount of experience with Rock Caldwell and Elijah Davis in that room, so it's going to be very exciting to see, honestly.
All right.
All right.
Unfortunately, I have Utah not doing too hot.
Uh-oh.
7-5, 5-4 in the Big 12, with losses to Arkansas, Kansas, Houston, BYU. They do play a lot of good teams at home.
They do play a lot of the good teams at home.
So I am a little bit more lenient towards them, that they could probably steal a game against the Kansases, the Houstons, or the BYUs of the world. But I also have them losing to TCU on the road. So
yeah, I have Utah going 9-3 actually. So
okay.
Surprisingly, they are not in the conference championship though. With all that, but I've already talked about my two teams in the conference championship.
Have I?
I'll let you know.
You only have one on the team.
Yeah,
I'll
let you know right now. It's not West Virginia.
Yeah.
They lose to Arkansas. They go on a huge win streak. Actually, hold on. 2, 4, 6. They win 6 games in a row until they lose to BYU. Then they lose to TCU. So it's not like they're losing to bad teams. Is the thing.
Yeah. No, they play a lot. They play pretty much every good team in the conference.
It's just those 2 conference losses that obviously will hurt them.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee, where are you?
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Patty.
Oh, Pat.
Not Patty Pimblett.
Not Patty the Batty. Highly disappointing 4-8 campaign last year. Rich Rod enters his second season back in Morgantown. There was a QB battle here, but it's pretty much been settled. Oklahoma transfer Michael Hawkins Jr. will be leading this offense. He showed good rushing ability, but his passing will have to improve if he wants to be a top-tier quarterback in the conference.
Fair.
They are able to secure Cam Cook from Jacksonville State. However, I don't think his production is going to be nearly what it was at Jacksonville State, being the lead rusher in all of FBS. I don't think he's probably even going to be like top 30.
Really?
Nah, I feel like he was just smurfing for Conference USA. He went from TCU to Conference USA. Of course he's going to get 1,000,000 yards. However, the running back room as a whole, including fullback Cowboy Luke, is looking good. I do like the group of tight ends they have on the roster, but the wide receivers are very new, and their top guys are guys who are like the number 2 or number 3 on their G6 team. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then the O-line was bad last year. It'll probably get a little bit better, but I wouldn't count on it improving tremendously.
Michael Hawkins did not get a whole lot of stuff done at Oklahoma, but at the end of the day, he went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he just like kind of did mop-up duty when Jackson Arnold ended up being not good.
Yeah.
So
Cam Cook, I very highly disagree with your statement. I think he's a workhorse back, honestly. I think
he is a workhorse. He played every single snap for Jacksonville State last year.
As in, like, he's going to be a good... He's going to do good for West Virginia, I promise. Okay. I promise. We'll both be there when he does good for West Virginia.
We'll both be there? Are we going to be at the highly esteemed West Virginia versus someone game?
Yeah, we will definitely be there.
We will definitely be there.
Their wide receiver room is not something to really be happy about, though. It's a lot of unproven talent. You got Prince... oh my goodness, this name. Strachan from USC. Teron Francis from LSU. Both didn't do a whole lot at their respective schools. And then Armani Weaver-Bomber didn't do a whole lot at West Virginia last year. So it's just unproven guys in that room. Not a lot to be happy about unless they actually, show good signs.
Yeah. Defensive line looks like it's due for a breakout, I'm going to be honest. Zeke Durham-Campbell, good at Coastal. Darius Wiley, huge dude. KJ Henson was a stud at Hutchinson Community College. Who knows if that transfers? But maybe. I mean, he's a good dude. Big dude. And then Nate Gabriel having a great spring. So I'm sure they can find some guys within that room to make it a pretty good rush. Pretty good pass rush. Pretty good defensive line. Linebacker doesn't seem as deep to me. And the only notable in the defensive back room is Chams Diane from Georgia State.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I get the last minute things before we get to the no card. The West Virginia defense, I just wrote down, it's not the worst. They have a decent amount of experience within the conference, which is obviously good to go into. But I feel like they're going to be held back when they come against those teams that are just passing the ball 90% of the time. So I don't have a whole lot of hope in that secondary is the thing.
Yeah. All right, West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
I have going a crisp 6-6, 4-5 in the Big 12, with say losses against UVA, 4-game win streak, and then TCU, Texas Tech, Kansas, Houston, Utah. They play all of them in succession. So
just unlucky.
Just terrible luck scheduling. They play like the 5 best teams.
Yeah, I have West Virginia going 7-5, 4-5 in conference. Funny enough, I'm looking at it right now. They win their first 6 games.
Yeah, so you haven't beaten UVA.
I haven't beaten. Yeah. Well, I have to go over the losses anyway, but there's only one more win sprinkled in there. Mm-hmm. And actually, they win all 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And then they lose to TCU, Texas Tech, Kansas, Houston, and Utah.
It's beginning to look a lot like Pittmas.
They're going to be on the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows within a 3-month span.
So yeah, just Pitt. They're just Pitt.
Yeah, they're just Pitt.
How ironic. The backyard brawl. They play the backyard brawl at some point this year, don't they?
I'm sure they do.
Do they not play the backyard brawl?
Play the backyard? This is insane. Coastal UT Martin, Virginia.
Oh, it's on a brief hiatus.
What?
It's set to next take place in 2029. What?
Dude.
I feel like they talked about this last year, and I was not paying attention.
This is like one of the cornerstone games
of
college football.
My favorite game in college football. That's not true.
Well,
my favorite game in college football has got to be either Harvard-Yale or the game.
The game.
The game.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
My Michigan-Ohio State. Or honestly, Ohio State Texas has been really good these past few years.
It has been really good, but
and they play again this year. So
they've been really good teams as well, which is really fun.
All right.
Wow.
We have finished the Big 12, and now it's time to go down these conference standings. Tell the world who you've got number 16 all the way up to who you got
at number 1,
the Big 12 champion. Number 16 for me is going to be Iowa State, 2-10, 0-9 in the conference. Tied for 13th, I have Oklahoma State, Baylor, and Arizona going 3-9, 3-9, 4-8, 1-8 in the conference. 12th, I have Cincinnati, 3-9, 2-7 in the conference. 11th, I have Colorado, 4-8, 3-6 in the conference. Tied for 9th, I have West Virginia and Arizona State, 6-6, 4-5 in the conference. Tied for 7th, I have Utah and UCF, 7-5, 8-4, 5-4 in the conference. At 6th place, I have Kansas State, who is 9-3, 6-3 in the conference. 5th place, BYU, 10-2, 7-2 in the conference. And then I think for every Power Force conference, I had to resort to tiebreakers.
Wow.
For 2nd place.
That is insane.
So 3 8-1 teams, 11-1 overall. Texas Tech, TCU, Kansas. The tiebreaker ended up going. The app did not get any of them right, by the way. So whatever they coded into here was not good, which I'm not surprised, honestly. The winner of this what ended up being TCU. So TCU will meet Houston, 12-0, 9-0 in the conference in the championship game, and my champion will, of course, be Houston, locking up the number. I forgot if I had him 2 or 3.
Probably, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 for you.
Yeah, 2 or 3 in the college football playoff, as well as you're not looking at my bracket quite yet.
No, I'd rather not look at your bracket just yet.
Don't look at my bracket. It's fun. It's more fun if it's a surprise.
It would be fun if it's a surprise.
Texas Tech ends up being the 8th seed.
Oh wow.
Houston is the 3. Kansas is the 11. And TCU is the 12, or is the 10. So that's 4. Yeah, 4
Big 12 teams.
Big 12 teams in the college football playoff, which is huge for the conference.
Well, I have Iowa State as the bottom feeder, 0-9 in conference, 2-10 in conference play. 3 teams tied for 13th, with Cincinnati, Baylor, and Oklahoma State at 1-8 in conference play. Cincinnati edges out Baylor and Oklahoma State, who both have a 3-9 record, with one more win somewhere along the season. So they go 4-8. Then I have Arizona lonely at 12th, with 2-7 conference play, 5-7 overall. Then I have a 3-way tie for 9th place, all 4-5 in conference play, being Colorado, UCF, and West Virginia. Colorado somehow edging it out because of tiebreakers and everything with a 6-6 record over 2-7-5 records. That's beknownst to me. Then I have Kansas alone at 8th place, 5-4 over in conference, 8-4 overall. Arizona State, 6-3 conference, 8-4 overall. Kansas State also 6-3 conference, but 9-3 overall. Then I have a 3-way tie for 3rd. All 7-2 in conference play. TCU, Utah, Houston. TCU and Utah 9-3. I'm sure they beat. I'm pretty sure it's just because they beat Houston throughout the season because Houston's 10-2. Then in second for before conference championship, I have BYU 8-1 in conference play, 11-1 overall, and then Texas Tech is a 12-0, 9-0 conference play. I have Texas Tech winning the Big 12 again.
For how similar we don't have the same teams in the conference championship because I have Houston and TCU. You have Texas Tech and BYU.
And then my 4 teams who could make a push for said college football playoff are probably Texas Tech, BYU, Houston, and you can sprinkle in probably Utah or TCU, honestly. For if I had to choose 4 teams out of this conference, because I mean, it's a loaded conference.
Yeah, I was looking at Houston's odds to win this conference, and it's pretty long. Not a whole lot of people are hip to Houston just because they're a basketball school and they're still kind of new to the conference as they just came with BYU, UCF, and Cincinnati from BYU wasn't in the AAC, but UCF and Cincinnati from the American.
Texas Tech is minus odds on DraftKings to win the conference.
Yeah, I'm like, they're good. They're not minus odds good.
No, they're not minus
especially
odds
in the Big 12, one of the most competitive conferences in college football.
Texas Tech is minus 105. The closest is BYU at plus 550.
Yeah.
So, alas, that wraps up the Big 12.
It does.
We will see the ACC next week with that big 17-team conference.
Yes.
God, I can't wait to talk about SMU and Boston College.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. All right. It's golf time.
It is golf time.
The only points that anyone scored last week were Xander Schauffele, everyone got for a top 5.
Heck yeah.
This week, it'll be the last tournament of the regular season before we enter the playoffs. So a lot of guys who are on the outside looking in of that top 70, I think, are looking to get within that cut line to qualify for the playoffs. So it's a lot of guys who've had pretty rough seasons for their standards, or a pretty good season for their standards, but they suck. So
it's a lot of guys just looking to make it.
Yeah. One of which probably need to win to make it in, and that is Davis Chatfield. He is my number 5. He is plus 3,200 to make a top 5.
Wow.
Absolute long shot, but he is one of the most accurate drivers on tour. T16 at the 3M Open, T5 at the ISCO. Took some time to get used to the PGA Tour in his first season, but he's been doing pretty decent as of late, and I need points. We only have 4 tournaments left.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty solid in 4th place right now for the most part, but I'm still gunning for points. I have Maverick McNeely at my 5th place, and I was telling Nick I did not go off of data goal for anything for this. I just did based off of just think, and it may not work out for me, but that's okay.
That's okay. We still love you all the same, Austin.
He's been cut at this tournament before. He got T45 at this tournament. He got T10 at the Memorial, though, a couple weeks back. Got 10th at the Farmers. He'll be my 5th, I promise. He'll do that thing that random golfers do every weekend.
Get 5th place. My 4th place is going to be Brian Harmon at plus 880. He's played plenty of times here before with mixed results. Absolutely abysmal showing at the Open Championship. Let's not sugarcoat it. But he's been steady aside from it, including a T3 at the 3M Open in his last start. He's an accurate driver, above average putter. The only really hole in his game is his distance, his driving distance, and it shouldn't penalize him too much here. So I think it's a good spot for Harmon.
Yeah, so my number 4 is going to be Justin Thomas.
Ooh.
With plus 490.
Okay.
So overall, not too bad. Excuse me. He got T4 at the PGA back in May. Ooh, that rhymes.
Ooh.
His history at Wyndham Championship is not that good, though. He has not been above T50 all but once, and that was T12.
I was going to say, when does he even play this event usually? Because usually he's not on the outside looking in.
Once in a blue moon, basically. Yeah, he got T12 in 2023. He has improved, believe it or not, outside of getting cut in 2016. So he's in line for improvement, and he has exponentially improved at the Wyndham Championship. So I believe he will exponentially get into fourth.
All right. My number 3 is going to be the safest pick, even though it's not really a safe pick. And that's going to be Jackson Koiven at plus 360. He's on a heater. Of course, the 1 week I picked him for the John Deere Classic, he missed the cut. Thank you, Jackson. He drives the ball accurately. I actually got T5 last year as an amateur.
Wow.
Here last year. Don't miss this cut too, please, Jackson. I'd really hate to see it.
Well, my number 3 is going to be Hideki Matsuyama,
Okay.
former Master winner, because that's all I know him for, basically. Other than the fact that he is actually a very solid golfer. He got 3rd at the 3M Open, got T5 at the Rocket Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been actually finally being good.
He hasn't been doing too bad. He got T3 here in 2016. Mm-hmm. He's here every year, which...
Interesting.
Well, basically every year. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 21, 23, and 25. So he may know this really well, unfortunately for him. But, I mean, yeah.
I don't think he's usually on the outside looking in, right? I think he just plays it for the love of the game.
He probably just goes, be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. He probably goes for an easy win. Has he won here yet?
He has not won here yet, but he's gotten close with T3 back in 2016. So it's not out of the question.
It's difficult to win a golf tournament no matter what your competition is, y'all. My number 2 is going to be Alex Fitzpatrick at plus 660. Ooh. Had a rough go at his home country, the Genesis Scottish Open and the Open Championship. Didn't go the best for him, but he's back for this event. The driving accuracy has been a bit off as of late, but typically he is very accurate, one of the most on tour. His Bermuda grass putting, subject to spiking either positively or negatively. I'm kind of just banking on it, having a good putting week and getting second place here. And of course, he's never played it before.
Well, my second place is going to be the winner from last year, Cameron Young. Obviously, he has been doing really good within the beginning of 2026 to now. He won the Players, he won the Cadillac. He has placed second. He placed second at the Open, placed in the top 3 several times, got T8 at the Rocket Classic, and, I mean, it's not a bad pick, it's a safe pick, getting Cam Young in the top 5.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It should be. So
Josh picked him to get top 5 last week, and he only got top 10, so...
Yeah.
With that, my number 1, plus 3,000, is going to be the Rye guy, Aaron Rye.
Oh, that's right, yeah, he's, like... way down there to win.
He missed a couple of cuts in his home country as well. Took a break, but he's back for the Wyndham. He won this event back in 24. He won the PGA, got T11 at the US Open. Great driving accuracy, great approach game. He can lock in. Let's go, Rye guy.
Well, my winner is going to be the young buck himself, Jackson Koiven.
Jackson.
Obviously, you already talked about him. He has actually been on a tear recently. We don't talk about the Rocket Classic, though. But obviously T5 here last year, really good as an amateur. So I mean,
Aaron Rye's odds improved.
Yeah, to 3,200. So all signs could be pointing to a Jackson Koiven win here. That is plus where's Jackson Koiven plus 1,750.
All right. Last place.
Time for the fun pick.
This is my favorite. This is like so hater of me. It's probably really rude, but like I don't care. My last place pick is going to be Lorenzo Rodriguez. He's an amateur, doesn't have a data golf profile, and apparently he's the 776th ranked amateur.
Well, my last place pick is going to be Cooper Hrabak. He also doesn't have a data golf profile, and I don't know much about him, but all I saw is that his odds were dead last by like a country mile. Let's see. Oh, well, he's down there with someone else now.
With Gert.
Yeah, but...
And Lorenzo.
Lowest odds to get in the top 10, or highest odds to get in the top 10, highest odds to get top 5, tied highest odds to win. Need I say more?
Cooper Hrabak. Oddball time. Yes. My oddball is going to be... I don't have too many chances to get wacky. We only have 4 tournaments left, so I went and got back on Chatfield. It'll be Davis Chatfield over Marco Penge and Marcelo Rosso in round 1, holes 10 through 12.
And what are the odds for that?
Oh shoot. I wrote down the bet. I didn't write down the... I know where I found it though.
I was going to say, you probably should have
I should definitely write down the odds for that.
Because that is something that will like either make or break this for you.
Yeah. I don't think it was too terribly long. Do you want to do yours while I?
Yeah, I can do mine. Mine's gonna be Alex Fitzpatrick, Harris English, and Spieth to get a top 20 at plus 2,200.
All right.
So I'm just trying to make anything out of a golf season that when I joined didn't even do anything for me.
Yeah, you're gonna have like everything hit.
I need like everything to hit now.
All right, there's
or like
3
a couple
ball.
weeks back.
Here it is. Okay, he's plus 180 for this.
Oh wow, it's not long at all.
Yeah. Well, he only has to beat 2 guys.
Oh yeah, this is true. It's okay. Mine are plus 2,200.
FanDuel. Yeah, Chatfield is probably going to beat driving distance merchant Marco Penge and just straight cheeks Marcelo Rozo. So, that's why he's in a pretty bad group.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to regale us on the note card?
I would love to finally be back doing the note card. You did a great job at it last week.
Oh, thank you.
I was very happy that I felt good enough to pass it on to you, as in I was somewhere else that I would not be able to call at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yes.
We start with Amon Green. He revealed that he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Obviously, prayers up. Leading rusher for the Green Bay Packers all time. I became a Packers fan just after he had left as well. So I was exposed to Eddie Lacy instead of Amon Green. Probably for the better though, because then I got Aaron Jones after.
Yeah.
And
Josh Jacobs.
What's his first name again? Infantino? What's
Gianni?
Gianni Infantino. Yeah, he tried selling the rights to the World Cup, and then everyone backed out of.
Everyone hated it.
Everyone said no. So he said, "Wait, never mind. I don't want to sell the rights to the World Cup." Maybe everyone's a bit happier, but I don't think so.
Yeah, the World Cup presented by Coca-Cola would have been crazy.
That would be awful.
They'd be playing Coca-Cola Paul.
Chris Olave got an insane amount of money for what he does. He got a 4-year, $132 million extension.
What does he even do?
$90 million guaranteed.
Wow.
He gets at least a concussion a season.
Exactly. I'm like, if I can get $90 million just to freaking throw my head at, get hospital balls from Taysom Hill, I mean, I'd do it too.
Taysom Hill is on this note card.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Deebo Samuel is back in San Francisco, and he looked so happy in his picture when he was signing that paper. No, he didn't. No. He's back on a 1-year, $7 million deal.
He's nearing the end of his...
He's near the end of his career. He's way down the peak as well, which sucks. On the topic of Taysom Hill, he is no longer a New Orleans Saint. I still have the screenshot of all of the stats he had. He is also a former Green Bay Packer, I would like to say. I don't know why they let go of him.
Yeah.
That is unbeknownst to me, because I feel like they definitely could have used him. Where's this Taysom Hill thing? Okay. Taysom Hill had 2,551 rushing yards, 1,034 receiving yards, 2,026 pass yards, 489 kick return yards, 45 rushing and receiving touchdowns, 12 passing touchdowns, and 12 and a blocked field goal.
Look at Taysom, man.
He was the Swiss Army knife of Swiss Army knives.
Like, you can't do what Taysom Hill does.
Taysom Hill is simply a man.
He is one in a million.
Mm-hmm.
We love Taysom.
We love Taysom Hill here. J.J. Watt will be replacing Tony Romo after his interesting occurrence in Wisconsin after doing awful in a golf tournament. So J.J. Watt and Jim Nance will be your CBS crew for the foreseeable future.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know, Jim.
I'm gonna get any of those.
I'm gonna miss that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna really miss Tony Romo in the booth. I'm gonna be honest.
That's gonna suck. Anyway, DeAndre Hopkins, he's still a free agent. However, he is an assistant wide receivers coach at Georgia Tech. So we will have D-Hop coaching football while also being more than willing to go back to the NFL and play football.
Like Bridgewater, I mean, you did a side quest and led a state championship high school team or something like that, and then went back to the NFL.
Yeah, D-Hop literally said like he's still open to being a receiver, but if you want to be a good receiver, go to Georgia Tech.
Okay.
That is what he said. Ricky Pearsall is getting season-ending surgery already.
Ricky Pearsall is like, get 300 receiving yards and then go to the gates of Babylon and beg for mercy out for the season.
I saw this. He didn't miss a single game in 5 seasons of college football.
Yeah, and now he's just like...
missing everything.
Literally nothing goes right.
And the team doctors had refused him, or they said no to getting surgery earlier in the offseason.
They said no.
They said it wasn't. They said probably like it wasn't going to be a big deal.
And it ended up
he is
being
now
a
going to
big
miss
deal.
the whole season.
Yeah, great job, guys.
He's got to get out of there.
Every wide receiver, if I'm a wide receiver, I'm not taking any money from freaking San Francisco.
Well, don't tell that to Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he's doing.
Would you like to talk about Tariq Skubal?
Guys, this MLB lockout can't happen sooner enough.
The MLB lockout is on its way.
Although he did lose his first start.
He did lose his first start, but I mean, it's inevitable. You look at the pitching staff the Dodgers will have with Skubal there. They'll have Skubal, Ohtani, Yamamoto. Shoot, I can't remember his name for the life of me. He was the
Roki Sasaki?
Him as well. A whole lot of names.
Yeah.
Shoot. What's his name? He was on the Padres a couple years ago.
Blake Snell?
Blake Snell, yeah. He's going to be back eventually. They just have a very, very elite pitching staff. That's what money will do to you. Good luck, MLB, but actually, I'm not even happy about Tariq Skubal going. He was supposed to go to the. I can't remember that. He was supposed to go to the Brewers. It'd been so nice, and he went out and said like, "Oh, any team could have traded for me." Yeah, because every team has Dodgers money.
Every team has. Also, I feel like they traded him for like a bag of chips. It was like 3 prospects.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like.
Well, it was the number 2 ranked prospect. So.
Okay.
Yeah, lockout incoming. We need a floor and and a cap. We need both.
Yep.
Because it'll level out the playing field a lot. Freddie Peralta was dealed to the Tampa Bay Rays. Yes. I could not find for some reason what the trade was, but I'm sure
there were a lot of deals that happened.
There was
that
so
I
much
could
that
not
happened,
find.
and
Yeah.
so much of it just like passed me. I wrote down the big ones though, so it's okay.
I really hope you wrote down.
Jalen Polk, age of 24, officially called it a career.
Oh, Jalen Polk.
He retired. So the Patriots officially have wasted a 2nd-round pick. It was the 37th pick as well.
Yeah, no, Jalen Polk was a good receiver. I don't know what's up.
I don't remember why he retired. I just saw it and I'm like, this is very weird.
This is very weird.
Kelsey Plum got traded to the Phoenix Mercury for a 2027 first-round pick and a 2028 second-round pick. So that came across my screen this week regarding the WNBA.
Sure.
Jadeveon Clowney is back in Houston.
Right. When I saw the notification, I'm like, oh, okay, he finally retired. Because I feel like that's been like every single year he's signed a 1-year deal with some team. I'm like, oh, this is the retirement notification. Nope.
Dude, it's not even that he's bad. It's that he's considered a bust because he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
You put him anywhere else in the top 10, he's probably not a bust. He was just number 1. And everybody forgets he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, like Eric Fisher.
Mauricio Pochettino had signed a contract. He will stay with the U.S. men's team through the 2030 World Cup.
Yeah.
So he's here to stay for the... I mean, I guess it's kind of long-term, but if you really think about it, it's just 1 more World Cup.
Good man.
But yeah, he's good man. Definitely knows how to coach the team.
Yep.
So very excited in 4 years. The Red Sox traded for Adley Rutschman. I'm sure you're very happy about that trade.
To the freaking Red Sox, too.
Yeah, Adley Rutschman, obviously, he's a stud. He is going to be huge for the Red Sox. I'm sure they're in the middle of trying to make a push right now for the playoffs, because it's August. Coming around the corner.
It is August.
Coming right around the corner. October's not too far away.
Orioles will make playoffs. Adley was hurt, I'm pretty sure, but still, kind of a blow. I really, I just keep telling myself at least it wasn't Gunnar.
The Brewers did something.
Yes, they did.
And it wasn't Tariq Skubal, unfortunately, but it was Dustin May and JoJo Romero.
Yeah.
Both really good pitchers. Dustin May, former Dodger as well.
Yes.
So, I mean,
true.
You get a Dodger, you're hopefully looking at somebody who's good. I'm really excited to see them. I can't wait to talk about the MLB standings because I forgot to write them down last week, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that was on me.
I noticed that. I'm like, as we were ending, I'm like...
We didn't miss a whole lot, I promise.
I'm sure we didn't.
And I'm pretty sure the standings have stayed similar from last week. Larry Berg, he was the owner of, I think it was LAFC for MLS. He's now going to be the MLS commissioner.
Larry Berg.
Oh,
okay.
I was watching ESPN and I heard it while I was doing my college football notes, and I heard Larry Berg, and I thought I heard Larry Bird as MLS commissioner. I looked up, I'm like, wait, that's not Larry Bird.
That would be so funny.
That would have been hilarious if it was Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is just like randomly...
But it's not Larry Bird, unfortunately.
Okay.
Zay Flowers signed a 4-year, $140 million extension. $108 million guaranteed.
If I could guarantee $108 million, I'd be a rich man.
I'd fumble the ball for $108 million Out of nowhere.
I was a big Zay Flowers guy for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Then that stupid, championship game?
Yeah, championship game.
Gosh. I was defending him left and right. It's a stupid rule. You should be allowed to celebrate your big-time plays. It's a big-time play he made.
You should be allowed to do that.
It was a big-time play. Okay.
We're not done yet, because obviously I was scavenging anything for the note card.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker is out with a season-ending ACL injury. So he's done for the season.
Yikes.
Already.
Yikes.
So he'll join Ricky Pearsall in Punta Cana soon.
For the Corrales Punta Cana Championship, that already happened.
And I am back with a fun fact.
Yes.
Akron will be having a fan script their home opener
for
the
home
opening
opener.
drive.
Not against Wake Forest. We thought it was their Wake Forest game. That's their road opener. They play Robert Morris at home.
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about it because you're the one who brought it up.
I did bring it up.
Yeah.
I got a notification crossed my screen yesterday. I'm like, Akron. You know it's going to be so bad when Akron is involved. I'm like, oh gosh. What happened this year? I thought they were going to be non-bowl eligible again this year. I was going to laugh so hard.
Clearly, they're looking for something.
They are going to be bowl eligible this year. Or eligible to be bowl eligible. But for their week 2 game against Robert Morris, their home opener, a random raffle winner, season ticket holder from Akron's football team can design the opening drive of the game.
Let's do halfback dive for 10 straight plays.
So what we're gonna do?
We're just gonna run Hail Mary.
Do people know how to script drives? Like, does the average fan know how to script a drive?
I honestly don't think the average fan will understand how to script a drive.
Like,
I don't think they understand. Like, there's so much that goes into it.
Joe Moorhead just keeps... I don't know. This probably isn't Joe Moorhead's fault.
If they lose to Robert Morris, this will come back and it'll be huge.
Why does the ESPN article say head coach Joe Moorhead will work directly with the contest winner to help design the plays for better or for worse? I mean, I know Joe Moorhead is not a great
but
coach.
For better or for worse?
He's definitely not one of the... He was, I think, on my list of top 5 head coaches who should be fired in the midseason last year. He definitely shouldn't be with Akron right now, but that is just so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that concludes...
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. It's a very interesting thing, so I don't blame you. That does conclude the big part of the note card. We get to the MLB standings, though, where I've been really happy about this since it happened, but the Milwaukee Brewers are the best team in the MLB. I could not be happier.
Let's go.
And they won yesterday.
Yes, so they did.
Cherry on top. The Dodgers are right behind. Oh, the Brewers are 70-43, by the way. First team to 70 wins. First to something. Dodgers are right behind 69-45. And right behind them, the Braves at 68-45.
Yeah.
So it's those 3 teams and basically everyone else in the NL. We go to the AL, though, where the Rays are still at the top of the conference at 67-46. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
The Cubs are going to be your 5th best team.
Okay.
At 65-49. So I'm pretty sure they're still way behind in the NL Central, though. They're 5.5 games back, yeah.
Yeah.
And then to round it out, the Yankees are the 6th best team at 64-50.
Yeah.
The Red Sox are knocking on that door, though. The Red Sox are 61-51. And the Phillies are also knocking on the door. They're 61-53. So
the Orioles got to play in that stupid freaking AL East with every good team ever. Okay.
Yeah, you got the Rays, Yankees, and Red Sox all in there.
Every team, every year, the AL East is so good, and the Orioles, well, they were leading the pack like for 2 years, and now back to being 3rd or 4th and not making the wild card. So
yeah, your division leaders are Dodgers, Brewers, Braves, and then Rays, White Sox, and Astros. Huge turnaround for the White Sox as of recent.
Yeah, for sure.
So
we love the White Sox here.
But yeah, that concludes the note card
and the podcast,
and
as
a whole for the week.
We got out of here pretty quickly. I thought we were going to take way longer.
I think it's easier when it's just 2 of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Compared to like 4 people.
Yeah, when it's 4 people, we'd still be on West Virginia right now.
Probably.
All right. I guess I have to end this thing.
I guess so.
Mending. Oh.